You're tuned into Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, Pro Bowler Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders as they get set to take on the rookie Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Carr now on first down. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Carr now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A look now at the Oakland offense.
Looking at the perimeter, and that means taking a good long look at Antonio Brown. 100 or more catches for 5 straight seasons. Led the NFL with 1,533 yards despite missing 2 games in 2017. And what really makes him go? His ability to run all the routes and make great contested catches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Shotgun now for Carr. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Back. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that was the Baltimore Colts who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
Well, they also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC championship game in 2001. Also beat a Derek Carrless Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Gone! 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 All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
56.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's home.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Offside, defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And open left side is Brown. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. Can get settled in here. Time expires on the first quarter of action. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Jackson on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On first and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 39 that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Get down, get down.
They begin with a run by Corral. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Hill. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
No, check, Patriot! Watch the shit!
On 1st down, Hill. Got some real estate inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff to Ingram. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. His throw incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. Carr
again here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A good pickup there, a 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
On 2nd down now, Hill. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.